And I'll just say one more thing about one more issue before I conclude, and that's this. What happened these past 2 weeks in Congress with our intelligence capability has made America weaker and more vulnerable to terrorist attack from places all around the world and from homegrown terrorists right here in our country. Now, you'll hear these folks who have never done a lick of this work in their life pontificate to you from the floor of the United States Senate and some ridiculous subcommittee room somewhere on Capitol Hill about all their great ideas about intelligence and civil liberties. You're looking at the only guy who could be in this national conversation who's actually done it. I was a U.S. attorney for 7 years. I was nominated by President Bush to be the U.S. attorney in New Jersey on September 10th, 2001. And the next day, one of those planes left from an airport in my state. And more people died in my state than in any state in America other than New York. A dear friend of ours in our parish, in our hometown, was in the Trade Center that day and was killed. My oldest son's best friend's dad was in the Trade Center that day and was killed. We went to those funerals. But more importantly, we've watched their children in our town, in our house, for the last 13 years, live their lives without their father. Every year on his father's birthday, my son's best friend posts a picture of his dad. He was 8 years old when his father died. He posts a picture of his dad on his Facebook page. And all it says underneath it is, "I'll never forget you." Unfortunately, politicians in this country have forgotten. And when you take away tools from our intelligence community, and you say that Congress can't possibly do your oversight job, or the Justice Department can't prosecute people who have broken the law in the intelligence community, you are throwing your hands up in surrender rather than fighting to protect the homeland. I've done it. I've reviewed applications under the Patriot Act. I've reviewed applications to the FISA court. I have prosecuted terrorists and put them in jail in New Jersey. It can be done while protecting people's civil liberties, and it must be done while protecting people's civil liberties in this country. But what we have done, what Congress has done in the last 2 weeks, has taken tools away from those people who are entrusted with the protection of our lives. And then they brag about it. They send it out on the internet, and they send out fundraising solicitations to raise money off those speeches and then brag about how much money they raised by scaring people about their civil liberties. It's disgraceful, and it's dangerous. And so I'm going to continue to speak out about this because I speak out from a position of knowledge, something unique in politics. But I actually know what I'm talking about this. And so you need to decide. You need to decide as we pick a new national leader. Do you want someone who wakes up every morning saying, my first job is to make sure I protect the lives of the American people and that I do everything I can within the law to do that? Or are you looking for somebody who's a college professor? We've got one in there now. We don't need another college professor with theories in the Oval Office about things they've never done and never experienced. We need a real person who's going to make real decisions and protect the American people and project American power, authority, and influence around the world so the world's a safer place, not the dangerous place it is today.